Good morning, everybody. So let us start our lectures today, and as usual, let us see our schedule. So today's schedule is important. Okay, so next Friday, this time you will have your test 2. Okay, in test 2, we will cover from beginning to module 5. Okay, almost everything. There will be cumulative test, and okay, no quiz due in this week. That's good. Okay, so our test will be starting one time. If you are late, then you will lose your time. Okay, please come on time. And I passed a study guide on D2L. Please look at your D2L. I passed a study guide as an announcement. Follow that study guide. And actually, what I did, I recorded my previous sections. You know my YouTube channel. Okay. It's not required, but I like you to subscribe this channel. So if you do this, then whenever I post a video, then you will get notification. You will, if you go to my channel, then go to playlist. And on this playlist, this is 1321 section 2. Okay, all of your lecture videos are here. Okay. So the last lecture video I added here is lecture 18. Just I uploaded it a few minutes ago. I recorded this video from my previous section. I teach another section, just section 1. Yeah, same thing, we are going parallelly. Just I want to check that his sound is okay. According to our schedule, you have your test. Okay. Same thing, what I would repeat here. Same thing, I like everybody to watch this lecture video at least one time. In this lecture video, there are some tips or hints that should you or please at least watch one time. It's better if you can watch today, right now. What I can do, I can start this video on my Podium computer and you can watch it. Do you like that, or you can watch at your own pace? With your own device. Okay, just what I discussed in this lecture video. Just I want to wrap up that. I want to tell you that what we discussed in our previous 2 lectures, we discussed how to develop a method, right? How to create a function and how to call that function, how to use that function, how to declare a function, and how to use that function. So we discuss with program, with function with C#, with C++, with Java, and also with Python. This one is Python. So I covered more like Python. So I covered in common 4 languages: C++, Java, C#, and Python. Discuss the differences between these languages, among these languages, right? I discussed this. Okay. So what I like you that if you go to repl.it, just go to https://repl.it and then add my first name Mokhtar. If you type in this on your computer, then you will be able to see all of my programs that I have been discussing during this semester. I have some programs for 1322, a few that I discussed, but most of these programs are for your section. So what you can do, like for instance, you can go select a program, and then you can copy this program, and you can copy this program, or just select Control A to select wall, and then Control C to copy it. For Mac, Command A to select wall, or Command C to select wall. Then go to your account and then paste it. Okay. Then practice it. Okay. Okay, this is the program that there's a little difference between C++ and other languages for string operation. In C++ and C, there is no string type. There is no built-in string type. So declare string variable as an array of character. Like this. People who are taking C++ lab, this is a character array, that means a string. So we can put our name on this. This is the variable name. This is a character type array. This is called a string. Yes. Is it allowed? Oh, I don't know. That is normal. Include. Okay. Include. Let me do this. Modern version. Do we have? String. Do this way. Okay, then that's good. If it is string s n equal to like this, is it allowed? Okay, that's good. If you can allow this, if it allows this, then fine. Okay, enter a name and number. Oh, that's good. It will be taking maybe. That's good. It's maybe new language, new compiler it allows, but long time ago when I learned C++, did not have this. See. Okay, the one thing that I want everybody to be familiar with the in and out operation. Put from keyboard and showing that on your console. This is the combination in C sharp, and like this, practice this in other languages like C++ and Java or C sharp. What languages are you taking in? Okay, practice this. Be familiar with this. Okay, there was a question like this in your test one. Many of you did not do well. Okay, so what is the third question, for instance? There is a program like this in C++, in Java. So you are, for instance, you are asked, if you are asked to write, to enter your name and age, or for instance, name, age, and weight. So we need to declare variable, for instance, name, age, and floats. Name should be string type, and age should be integer type, and weight should be float type. So in C sharp, we can write in S is in lowercase and uppercase both, but in Java, only uppercase. This is a class name, and I asked everybody to memorize this code, only this number, this line for now. So what do we do? So whatever this is an object. We're declaring this object, the scanner object. Okay, we will use this scanner object to input something, taking something from keyboard. So when you type in S here, you see that there are some methods. You will learn about object and method class from after your test, from next week. After a week, object-oriented programming, you will understand what are these and how this work. Okay. For instance, if you click next, you see that there are some method next. Okay, next pattern, next pattern, next big, next boolean, next byte, next double, next float, next int. There's next line. Okay. Okay, the next method, you can use the next method just to input a single word. Okay, for instance, if I want to enter, okay, enter your, if I say enter your gender, for instance this one, enter your gender. Okay, so then I want to put another variable, for instance string, or for instance only in single character should be fine, G. If I want to say G equal to s dot next, okay, print your gender is plus Z. For instance, this, you see these three lines. So if we use just next method, then it will allow us to take only one word. Space does not allow us to take any space. If you run this program, oh sorry, this line is commented out, so it is not showing me any message. But if I say I am a male, okay, this is a string, but it will not take space, so it will take my gender. For instance, it says male is my gender. Okay, so what is my gender is showing here? Oh, I'm sorry, I did a mistake in this program. Let me fix it. Okay, sorry, I'm doing hurry. So G should be out of this. Okay, you see that what will be going here? So I'm concatenating string with a variable here. So if I do not run this code, just only I'm writing this one. Let me run the program again. Okay, what is enter your gender? If I say male, then fine, your gender is male. Okay, if I run this program again, if I say male is my gender, anyone can tell me what will be my output? Your gender is male. It is not taking this out, this part, right? Because the next method does not take of the things including space. Next method does not take space. Okay, if we want to take space, for instance, if I want to enter my name, okay, my name, people name should have first name and last name, right? So if I have my first name and last name, for instance, name, enter name, then we use next line. Next line method is more extended version of next that will take an entire line number of characters including space. Okay, and if you want to take only integer numeric number, then there is the method is next int, like next float. If you there is next float if you want to take a float number. Okay, so I like everybody to practice this. Okay, practice this program. So still so that I don't like you to do any mistake in any upcoming test or in your program or in your, you see that especially this line, try to understand the for the combination string concatenation for is this one, this z will be have a variable, but without, if I put this within double quote, then exactly it will be, this is a string literal, this will be printed exactly as z. But if I do not put it with double quote, then it will look for a variable like this name. Okay, so please practice this one, I like you. And I also discuss how to write a program and how to refactor my code using with Eclipse. It is easiest way, and easiest way. And that's it. And what I did, one thing, one more second. Module 5. In my recorded lecture, I discussed, I went through almost all of these slides. There are about 76 slides. I went through all of the slides except the last few or 4 or 5 slides, last few slides. These are, actually, let me go through this quickly. These are very common things that I discussed through live programs. So I like you to watch previous sessions lecture video. Then when you watch my previous section lecture video, that you will see that I went through all of this. Okay, so I discussed all of this, and I went through all of this with some live program. And where is this place that I left? I want to focus you. There are 2 problems that I like you to practice. This one, right? Accept 2 integers numbers via parameters and determine the largest number and return the value. So in my program, I discussed how to add 2 numbers. Okay, so in this program, you are asked to find the max of 2 numbers. Simple condition, you will check is whether x greater than y or less than y. If x greater than y, then return x, else return y. Okay. The program pseudocode is here and program is given over here. Just practice please this one. Okay, and this is the thing that we will discuss in our next lecture. Yeah, I have left over here the last, like the first 3 or 4 slides I did not go through. Okay, we will discuss this in our next lecture with live program and detail. But what I like you to download lecture slides and go through and just, okay, so if you please watch my lecture video, this lecture video, recorded lecture video, then you will see all of the things that I discussed. I wanted to discuss today's lecture. I have to wrap up quickly. Anyone has any question? Yes. Yeah. Yes, there will be similarly, and we bypass study guide. Please follow the study guide and let me know if you have any question in our next lecture. We will discuss the study guide and your questions in our next lecture. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, and have a good Friday. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.